So Caleb, my husband, is in the Air Force. We moved here from Michigan, not knowing anyone, needed a church home, and then saw a Freedom bumper sticker and walked in one Sunday.
So the place that I was in before I was in sisterhood, before I really had any friends within the church, was not a very pleasant place. I was struggling a lot. I was afraid to come to church in general. And then when I found Freedom, that really opened my eyes that church doesn't have to be a judgmental place.
It was different than like any other church we've ever been to. We felt like right at home. And before we even left, we went to like Next Steps. We talked to Pastor Andy about small groups. We needed friends. Coming here not knowing anyone was hard, especially because I was pregnant.
When I was pregnant, I knew that I was going to have probably a hard time with postpartum depression. And sure enough, after I had my son, it was really, really bad. My husband kept telling me that I needed to find community. I needed to find people to talk to, people to sit with, people to fellowship with, and that going to church on Sunday just wasn't enough. I was on Facebook and I saw one of my friends posted something, and I messaged her and I asked her, I told her what was going on. I'm like, I'm really sad, I'm having a lot of issues right now, I'm not on any medication, I don't know what to do, I need to be in something. When she messaged me back, she was like, well, you need to do sisterhood, you need to find a small group.
I needed support. We needed, especially with him being in the Air Force with the chance of like deployment, I needed people around me. I think Oliver was maybe like a month old, so bringing like a newborn baby around people that I've never met before, it was scary, but they welcomed us with open arms.
And I was really, really scared. And I was like, I don't know if they're gonna like me. I don't know if I'm gonna fit in at all. And I will never forget when we had dinner the first night, I felt like I was able to talk about all the things that I was going through, and nobody judged me at all. Another woman at the table actually understood what I was going through because she went through it too, and she got very vulnerable with us. And although even every time after that I was still a little bit nervous going, I knew that I had people that I could go to if I felt those moments of unworthiness.
It helps, like, if me and Caleb are going through something, like if someone else has gone through something similar, they can give you their advice, they can pray over you. It's impacted us, like, for definitely the better. Even if we don't have small group, we still are, like, meeting and going to Mexican, meeting at someone's house and just doing dinner and playing games, and we text all the time. Like, on Sundays, we sit together at church. It's just, like, my home away from home.
So once my anxiety and just nervousness went away from, going so much, I definitely felt so good about waking up every day. Like waking up and knowing that I didn't have to do life alone, at that point in time was a really big deal for me because I had felt like I was doing life alone so much. And I finally had people that I could text and say, hey, like, I'm thinking of you. How are you doing today? Or, hey, I'm having a really rough day. Like, can you chat? Now we Marco Polo. Like, I had people to reach out to when I needed help, whereas before I didn't.
I got baptized. We started serving in Freedom Kids. It just made, like, the whole picture come together, and I just know, like, Jesus so much better.
The people that were there for me in such a hard time of my life made me want to be one of those people too. Hence the reason why I'm now a sisterhood table leader as well.
Everyone has something going on in their life. Even if you don't feel like it, there's days when it's difficult and you just need, like, the support from people. Like, they're just people that become part of your daily life. And you just need that kind of love and support.
I was on the fence a long time about a small group. I had tried a couple of small groups and I wasn't really sure if I should go back or not. But at the end of the day, I know that if I would have had the women that I have in my life now before I had my son, things would have been so much different. So different for me, because I would have had the support and I would have had the community, and I know that God wants us to have the community. So I would just say that if you are on the fence about sisterhood, if you're on the fence about doing a small group, just to do it.